So I spake, and he took the cup and drank it off, and found great delight in drinking the sweet draught, and asked me for it yet a second time. Give it me again of thy grace, and tell me thy name straightway, that I may give thee a stranger's gift, wherein thou mayest be glad. Yea, for the earth, the grain-giver, bears for the Cyclopes the mighty clusters of the juice of the grape, and the reign of Zeus gives them increase. But this is a rill of very nectar and ambrosia. So he spake, and again I handed him the dark wine. Thrice I bare and gave it him, and thrice in his folly he drank it to the lees. Now when the wine had got about the wits of the Cyclops, then did I speak to him with soft words. Cyclops, thou asked me my renowned name, and I will declare it unto thee. And do thou grant me a stranger's gift, as thou didst promise. Noman is my name, and Noman they call me, my father and my mother and all my fellows. So I spake, and straightway he answered me out of his pitiless heart. No man will I eat last in the number of his fellows, and the others before him. That shall be thy gift. Oh, I forgot about this little twist in the story. It's all coming back to me now. I can see why this Cyclops vignette is used as, a kind of episodic illustration of the Odyssey. It's very fable-esque. It's almost a short story within this larger story, and probably why it's so easy to lift and just put it right into the 7 Voyages of Sinbad. The wine is taking its effect on the Cyclops. Polyphemus says that he will give Odysseus a gift, but the gift is that he will eat him last amongst his men. I'm trying to wrap my head around this plan here. Odysseus seems to be making a couple, leaps of faith here. And I guess, who am I to criticize? But what we know to come of this whole idea giving him the name Noman seems like you got to be pretty presumptuous over the events that are about to take place. How does he know all of the things to come in the succession of events that need to happen in order for it to actually be effective? It seems like I don't know. This is where I feel like Homer's being a little cute. I'm, again, recording this before Nolan's The Odyssey, but this is a detail that, if you're doing a big, quote-unquote, realistic version of The Odyssey, keep the Cyclops episode in there, but the Noman part, that detail feels a little cutesy. It feels a little too clever. Precocious, even. And I don't know if I've stated this on the show before. If not, let us be known now. I am not an expert. I am not a scholar or an academic. But with the idea of the Homeric question being, is Homer a sole author or is it a collection of authors over time? Doesn't this feel different than anything else, both in the Iliad and this story? I feel like, especially the Noman part of this, feels like it's a later edition by a completely different author, almost speaking to a different audience. But maybe not. I mean, but there's not really any wordplay anywhere else in this book, or in the Iliad as well, that I can remember, at least. Not to this degree, and not utilized in this kind of, do we want to call it playful way? It's a moment where, my suspension of disbelief for Odysseus's cleverness is strained a bit. This feels contrived on the part of the storyteller, not necessarily on Odysseus's shoulders. I can buy that he's a strategist who will look for whatever weapon is at his disposal and generate a plan of escape to get out of a door that you can't move on your own. Got it. Okay. The Noman part feels like, and I say this being a sometimes writer myself, you get an idea that's so irresistible that you just try to force it into something where it doesn't quite fit. Just because you are so proud of yourself for coming up with something that you can't kill your own darling, and you have to cram it in there. This feels slightly anachronistic to everything else in this story so far. Why am I criticizing? I'm going so long on this. I don't know why. It just feels weird. Especially as an adult. I can see this being, hitting real hard with 10-year-olds. But, I don't know, as an adult reading this, I'm just I don't know. It feels like an addition that's not needed. But maybe I'm criticizing too early. Let's see how it plays out as we move on to a little bit more of Book 9. Until tomorrow, okay, goodbye. Odyssey is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. The show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Odyssey, written by Homer. Theme song by Neuroflow. You can support this show and other shows like it by going to patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.